Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where this thing is just fundamentally broken at this point. I'm not sure how exactly it got in this state, but it definitely is. Like, if we look at where this is attached, this is supposed to be up here. So that's all kind of exciting. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to undock this, and we'll just see if we can get that out of there. Okay, it's working its way loose, I think. It's currently clipped into this plate, which is, you know, mildly awkward. But let's see what ends up happening here. I'm pretty sure that this is working its way out. We can also get Bill out here. And we can have him start to work on getting all of this stuff a little bit more taken care of, right? So what I want to do right now is I want to have him get up over this way and just help this out a little bit. So specifically, what I want him to do is I want him to just give this a teeny tiny little nudge. Not much of one. Just a very small nudge here. Just to help it break free. We're almost there. Oh, that's so close. That is so close. But it isn't working. Okay. So in that case, we're going to have to start taking some of these parts apart. It's not... What are you doing, Bill? That was the weirdest way to get off of there. Okay. It's not surprising. We probably would have had to take these apart anyway. But what I want to do is I want to grab on here, and we can just start taking this apart. So, I want to grab this docking port. Get out of here. There we go. And now that single-handedly fixes this connection issue. But we do need to grab this strut, is that? No, that's the battery bank. Okay, that can go right where it is. We're a little out of range here, I think. But there are a couple of pieces that do need to end up getting grabbed here. Okay. Why can't we grab these? We absolutely should be able to. They were green highlighted before. That's intriguing. Cannot detach the structural panel due to part attachments. Yeah, that's expected. But I want to detach this. Which apparently isn't an option. Okay, that's certainly intriguing. Let's try exiting and re-entering Kerbal construction mode. No. Okay. Is there something strutted onto this? Because it should just be attached right here, right? Can't detach the Clampetron docking port Junior due to part attachments. What is it attached to? The experiment storage unit? I wouldn't think so. But maybe. Okay, now we can detach this guy. And I'd like to move it up over here or so. It definitely doesn't want to attach here. Hang on. This is going to be complicated. Okay, we can just put it right here. That's fine for now. Okay, what I really wanted to do here is just get these parts moved and get this rebuilt quickly. I don't know why we can't... What? Oh, this regrabbed this part. Okay, let's store this here temporarily. Sure. That's not where I told you to put that, but I guess that's fine. So, I'm not sure what these are connected to. They shouldn't be connected to anything. Like, at all. Maybe they're connected to this 2x2, but we can't remove that due to all of these parts. So that's all very strange. No doubt about that. This has to do with our packing, I'm pretty sure. Let's hop back over here for now. And we're going to need to get all of our robotic arm fixed, right? That's kind of mission number 1 here. So I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm just going to set it down over here. Okay, then I'm going to grab this and set it here. As soon as the game gets a bit caught up here, we can grab this guy and set it up here. All we need to do is redo these parts, and they'll be fine. That's the whole thing. So we just need to grab these, then this guy, then this guy. And then this just has to get repositioned right on top of this. So that should be absolutely fine there. And then this goes back on top on this hinge. They're not snapping into position because this is inside of the bay, but it should be relatively fine. Okay, now that's clipped inside. So we're going to need to swap over, as soon as this weld animation eventually finishes, we're going to have to swap over and get this hinge changed. Turn that right on down. Okay. I want to double check that we're working with the rotation servo. We are. And yes, I know that this is drifting off. So for now, we need to grab the rotation servo here. And this would go right on top. So basically right there. Then the hinge would go there. Then the arm. Okay, there we go. Then the rotation servo. Not rotated like that. There we go. And finally the docking port. And now this arm should be basically functional again. That is not where I want that docking port to go. Let's try that one more time. I want this to be snapped on to this attach point. There we go. It'll drift a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, now, as far as this thing goes, we could definitely grab onto it here, but that's where we want to attach onto the station. So then the question becomes, what exactly is going on with it here, with its docking port that we want to use? Well, we do have a backup docking port somewhere. But let's just get into position over here. And see if we can't do something about this. I was hoping that by letting it drift away a bit here and then come back, this would allow us to grab this. But that does not appear to be the case. Okay. So the question is, what exactly is this allegedly attached to? Allegedly attached to. Clipping inside of it, there doesn't actually appear to be anything in there. I think they might be technically attached to each other. Or this just needs to be undocked in some meaningful way. So we could definitely head over and dock up to this at a different docking port and see if that changes anything. Alternatively, we could save here and reload it and see if that changes anything. It might. So I'm going to make a quick save here, and let's just load in that save that we literally just made, which was year 13, day 81, 11357. So we can load in. That should be, it should be the persistent save, but I just wanted to verify that. So we load this, and that should put us right where we were. I'm hoping that this will allow us to move that docking port. Fingers crossed on that one, but I'm not 100% certain that it will. But things definitely got really buggy with this. No doubt about it. But if we can get this fixed, then we can get it rehooked up correctly, and we can get it just all good to go. And it should be very, very easy at that point to dock it in theory. So let's fly Bill here, and let's see if a reload fixes things. Fingers crossed. Okay, what do we got? We're still loading here. Okay. Nope, we are not able to grab this. So, in that case, what happens if we took this guy and mounted it inside of here? Well, we're currently drifting at a lot more speed than we had when we saved, but whatever. Okay, what if we took this and we mounted it right in here, right? I don't know what that's mounted to. The hope is that it's mounted here, and that when we remove it, it'll update. So we remove this for now, and let's just get it out of the way for the moment. Just set it up here. Okay. I doubt this is going to do anything at all. No, this docking port is just fully bugged. Okay. So in that case, we're going to have to do this a little bit differently. I think we need some sort of a controller on here. So we're going to have to come at this from a different direction. No doubt about it. And the direction that we're going to have to come at is from the shuttle here. So we need to go grab it. This is incredibly awkward. No doubt about it. This is not the way that this was set up internally. It bugged out on us. So we got to get it fixed. No way around it. Let's hop inside here. Grab on, Bill. Anytime you get close enough. There you go. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up here, and yeah, I can see things are definitely a bit off-center on this, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. What I want to do is I want to grab this strut and just make sure that this isn't going to wave around on us. Okay. Now we're going to board, and we're going to head out over this way. And we're going to chase this thing down. I want this docking port to be our target, and it's currently moving out at 0.8 meters per second. Okay, that's absolutely fine for the moment. Let's put this onto kill rot. And let's just head in somewhere around here or so. Okay. There we go. Going to turn RCS on. We're now heading towards the target here. And I'm just adjusting our overall heading here. Looks reasonably good. So the idea here is we're going to dock up to a different docking port than the one that we actually want to grab it with, because we need to fix the docking port that we want to grab it with so that we can get it docked up. So we're going to dock to our other docking port here. We do have a spare docking port around. Ooh, hang on a moment. That is noted. We are currently on a collision course with the station. So I'm working on fixing that. We just want to pass straight on through here at basically the same altitude. How's that going to go? Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay. Now we want to start getting this speed and start heading towards target. I also want to turn to face target for right now. And because this is a temporary thing, right, I don't actually care about where we end up grabbing this thing. I just want to grab it. And we can't turn it. It has no controls. It's just free floating. So we're going to have to be kind of careful about that. Let's head towards target here a bit. But I want to get in a little bit underneath the target. So we're heading in at about 0.5 meters per second right now. Let's see what this directionality looks like. Yeah, we're going to need to go down a little bit for sure. So we're going to do exactly that. Okay, let's see what it looks like this. This is a much better angle to come in at. I like it. So we're just going to very, very slowly drift on in here, and we're going to catch this thing. Once it is in position here, we're, of course, going to have to change which docking port we have this at, but that's fine. So at this point, I'm going to control from here. And I want to turn and point at this guy. I also want to head towards target here. I'm not sure where our velocity is in this position, but I know that we're going to need some reverse vectoring here. Okay, there we can see our velocity. Perfect. I want to pull this back a little bit. And we're just going to bring this into position. We're definitely going to need to swing out this way a little bit. We're at a very awkward angle here, no doubt about that. Okay, so let's just bring this out over here. We're working on aligning our angling. Now I'm bringing it back. Angling is broadly okay, I think. It'll be a little bit suspicious from other angles, but from this angle, it's okay. We definitely need to continue to head back a little bit here. So that, of course, means going... What way is this? Hang on. Bring this to a halt. What way is backwards from this current angling? This way. Gotcha. So this is the way that we need to go right now. Cool. That should pretty much do the trick. And now we can head towards target. It's close. It might be close enough. We'll see. Broadly, I think it's pretty good. Hopefully it's good enough to capture. That was some big docking forces there. No doubt about that, but we got it. Okay, beautiful. So, now what do we need to do? Now we need to figure out what exactly is going on with this docking port. This docking port is a problem. But now that we have this thing captured, that is phenomenal. So I want to grab something out over here as our target, and I want to control from here for the moment. I want to point us at relative velocity up. That'll be fine. Actually, let's go to relative velocity down. Okay, and then Bill, I want you to EVA here. And we need to figure out what exactly is going on with this Clampetron Docking Port Jr. What? Okay, we can just remove it now. Sure. I mean, that fixes the problem, but why now? I don't know exactly what ended up changing there, but sure. I guess we'll take it. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. Okay, let's let's finish up our turn here. We are definitely going to want to start heading back-ish towards the station. We'll need to be, like, out over here, right? So that is relatively fine. I just want to, for the moment, go to Killrot. I want to bring this guy around over here and up this way. And we want to just take this up and past the station. Okay. So we're going to head in about this direction. We don't want to go super fast, though. We've got some work to do on the way. So we're going to just accelerate up over here and go at about 0.5 meters per second. For now, that will be absolutely fine. And in the meantime, of course, while we are traveling, we do have a little bit of work for Bill here to do. So, Bill, I'm going to need you to grab this guy and rotate it to be... Can we turn snapping on, please? Okay. About there, but it's not accepting this. Hang on. Where was that? Here. Sure, that'll do. We can get that finely tuned a little bit later on. Okay. Next up, we want to get this guy in the same basic position, right? Where can you go in? Wait. I saw one. I saw a spot. Where are you at? There's definitely got to be a spot here somewhere. Okay. For the time being, I'm going to just put this back down over here. And let's go into move mode here. Because I want to change the positioning of this particular plate. So I want to move it down. Actually, that's in exactly the spot I want it to be. Except maybe slightly further down this way. So I'm going to turn off the snapping, and we're going to just put this guy right about here-ish. Sure. That'll do for now. Okay. Then I want to go back into place mode, and I want to grab this guy, and we'll see if we can find a spot for him. If I can rotate it correctly. I probably can't. Wait. That looks about right. And then we can just place it like that. Apparently. Sure. Snapping on. Grab this. Snap it into place. That's not exactly where I want it to be. So I'm going to turn snapping off, and we're going to be going in local space here. I want this guy to be brought out to be about here, and then about here. Little bit more down, I think. About right there. That should do the trick. And now this docking port. So, we're going to be holding this from a particular angle, right? And that angle is going to be basically a right angle to where we want to attach it. So it's going to end up being that we want to hold this approximately here. Okay. So this is not where we want to attach this to the station. This is where we want to be holding it with the shuttle. We got it back to that point. This is, it's very buggy. There's no doubt about it. So we're going to need to flip which of these we have grab over. It'll need to be this docking port instead of this docking port. So that is our next mission here. But unfortunately, it's already time to put a cut in here. This mission has gone on a really long time. And the problem basically comes down to, we had some giant bugs with this one. Honestly, it's just bugs. That's all of it. It's just bugs. But we need to flip this over and be grabbing onto this docking port. And that is a job for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods and in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And next episode, we're going to get this flipped. We're going to get this attached. I want this job completed. You can leave your offerings. I already said that. A very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.